there, Jarrod, so you're right there?
Yep.
Hello, my name's David Landini and I'm here today with Jarrod Hall. Jarrod, can you just tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, fine, Dave. Name's Jarrod Hall. I'm 41 years of age. I've got a wife, two young boys, teenage boys. I've got a fabrication business here in town. Myself and an apprentice. And yeah, it's a great little spot to live, Barham, and this is why we're here.
That's right. And Jarrod, you attended, there was a Riverina State meeting last Tuesday at the Barham Hotel. And of course you attended, Jarrod, and yeah. I'd just like to ask you, what you thought, what was your general impression, Jarrod, of the meeting and what was discussed?
I think for those people that had no idea about what's going on in our state with regards to our water and why we've basically been sold out, it was very informative. A lot of people didn't understand about the Constitution of Australia and how that affects us and basically governs what happens. It was good two-way communication between yourself. I thought you presented well, and you're armed with facts, and at the end of the day you can't argue with facts.
And a lot of the facts, Jarrod, as was discussed there, is the numbers in politics.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to make obvious to people is that we actually have a political numbers problem in New South Wales. Did that come across to you, Jarrod?
Certainly, it's not. It's safety in numbers, and we just don't have the numbers.
That's right.
It's simple as that, you know.
Yep.
The amount of voters in the Sydney, Newcastle, Wollongong, there's more Green voters in there than there is, you know, voters in our whole, you know.
There's 435,000
electorate, which is
there's 435,000 people who voted for the Greens who are opposed to irrigation and the timber industry and all natural resource industries. 435,000 of them, while there's only 400,000 voters west of the Great Dividing Range. And that was one of the numbers that I think that we really have to know, Jarrod.
Oh, certainly, and we rely solely on water. You know, without water, we're buggered.
Yep.
And small communities like Barham, Walcool, right up through the Riverina, Moolameen, Deniliquin will ultimately eventually suffer. And I think one thing you did point out, which was good, was the history. You know,
right.
The electorates that have disappeared from our area. Every 5 years, I think there's at least one electorate.
Yep.
Moves across to that east coast, to that city-orientated area, and ultimately they got the numbers. I think it's 22 electorates still
to 71.
You know. Yep. Well, there you go. Like, what hope have we got? Let's be honest.
We haven't. Well, Jarrod, that's that is the fact is, what hope have we got politically? And if that long-term trend continues, where we continue to lose one electorate, one member of parliament every 5 years, in 40 years' time, there'll only be one member of parliament for the whole area west of the Great Dividing Range. Yeah.
And like you said, Dave, if we think it's bad now, what's going to be like then? And the trend is there. The facts and the graphs and the figures are all there. Like, it's going to happen.
That's right.
So ultimately, the only way we can, ensure our future and ensure the future of our kids, and to utilise this beautiful, fertile soil we've got in the Riverina, and ultimately create jobs and stuff for us, is to create another state. That's the only way to do it. It's the only way I can see that we can actually regain control of the water, use the water where it's best suited. Certainly conservatively, but manage it well.
That's right.
Not just push it out to the ocean and whatever. We've got natural infrastructure here with our river systems, supported by man-made infrastructure, just to get the water to go where we want it to go, and isn't that what it
creates wealth, creates jobs, creates prosperity?
You know, footy teams, you know, it's just a shame to see these smaller communities just fizzle up. Like, I've only been in business myself for 7 years, and I would say conservatively 50% of the rural work, the farm work, that's how much I would have lost, 50%.
Yep.
Thankfully, I've been able to gain other work in different industries and different areas
Yep.
to survive. But people that are out in those remote areas and got a business like myself, well, they're not going to survive.
That's right.
It's as simple as that.
You can't take estimated between 15 to $25 billion a year industry and build the dollars are the jobs. That's the value of the jobs. If you take that out of an area, there can only be one consequence, and that's just loss of jobs, loss of prosperity, and loss of people. But anyway, Jarrod, look, there are a few more meetings to come in the future. What would you recommend that anyone attend? Or
Oh, definitely. Look, it's we all know there's a problem.
Yep.
There's no solution like that, but this is the best way I can see of us. Well, the people
Yep.
sticking together and just making it right.
Yep.
At the end of the day, we all know what's morally right and what should have happened and
Yep.
what should be happening.
Yep.
But what we've got to realise is the reason it's not is, like you say, it's about numbers. And politicians are just about numbers, about getting re-elected. So all those votes over there, they can't live without them.
That's right.
So-
Politicians can't.
Politicians
They
can't
get
live without them
without
votes.
those numbers.
And they won't
That's
be
right.
re-elected. The Greens will just go, no, you're out.
Yep.
So we've got to realise that, and the idea of forming an estate, to me, is the only way we can do it.
That's right.
It's written in the Constitution.
We can.
There's
Yep.
allowances for that.
That's right.
You can form another state. So really, it's just about people sticking together. And when the referendum happens, the word's got to get out there and everyone's just got to
That's
get
right.
behind it.
It's about what's best for the people, and for the people in the Riverina, Jarrod, you would agree, the best thing for the people in the Riverina is to have a Riverina state.
Correct. And, at the end of the day, the people shouldn't fear the government. The government should fear the people, because they are the voice.
Right.
And that's been said. And when you think about that, you go, you're right, At the end of the day, if enough people come together, the government have to do it.
Oh, exactly. That's
So everyone's all scared of the government because they make these decisions. Well, hang on a minute, we can actually make them scared of us, and they should be scared of us, because if we get enough of us together, we can make this happen.
That's right. Thank you very much, Jarrod.
No worries, Dave. Pleasure. Is that all right?
That's good. That was real good.